Hi there! Welcome to my channel. I am going to go ahead and jump right into a very quick version of today's tarot reading for anyone born on August 22nd, though you may also be here to watch me work in my art journal or hear me blab about tarot for ASMR reasons. I really want to quickly get into this because the card of the day for people born on August 22nd is the Four of Clubs, which stands for assistance, but also means that you might not be so excited to accept the assistance that is offered to you. So I don't want to make you wait to hear it. And this is not my message of the day for you, though I did design the deck. I will go into detail in a minute, but if all you want to know is the short and sweet for today, my message for you is that time spent worrying is time wasted. And I believe you need to focus on doing something productive, whether it's healing through exercise or meditation or resting, even sleeping, or actually being productive on a goal or a task. That's up to you. But don't sit around worrying and wasting time. That's a short and sweet. So now, welcome to my channel. I am Rachel Hoyt, the same person who sells these fortune-telling at Tiny Art playing cards and leaves mystery messages with single playing cards like the one you just saw in places around Las Vegas, and I also mail them to people at times, and just like what you just saw on the screen being offered to people for the birthday reading on the other side of these cards, inside here these people are also offered the ability to take a survey for research purposes about how meaningful this reading was for them. Because I did not always believe in tarot, and I'm now doing research on how much meaning is in the cards using my sociology degree. So, and I like to do a little art while I explain the full tarot reading to you. So, before I rip this whole other page though, I want to do a side note fun fact. This book I'm working in is a gambling book. Took out all the photos, but left, the pages, not all of them. Since I'm about to rip this one up, I had to read it. And I just want to make sure that you know this used to exist. A treasury ticket is a form of lottery in which the winning numbers are obtained from the last 5 digits of the daily United States Treasury balance. So, we might think that some of the new and modern forms of gambling are completely new and modern, but they're not. People have been betting on weird stuff for a long time, and the government was involved. You just saw the proof. So that's my fun side note for the day. A little bit of assistance you may or may not have needed, but I felt very inclined to share. So back to your tarot reading, people born August 22nd. I did not choose your card for you, by the way. It was chosen by Arne Lein, author of the book, What's Your Card? These are actually too long. And according to Arne Lein, you have a conservative facade. He calls it a facade, as in you're not actually that. So, and by conservative, what I figured out in the end, reading the whole thing, he doesn't mean conservative or liberal. He means that you keep your opinion to yourself. He means more reserved. You're not out there feeling the need to fight back for your opinions, shall we say, or ask too many questions, things like that. So he also says, though, that you are born under a master number. 22 is a master number, and that this means you have exceptional talent. And thankfully, the other influences on your birthday indicate that you do have what it takes to know that you need to take a practical approach to utilizing your talents. You can't just expect them to make things fall from the sky. So you are also a practical person, and both a practical person and a talented person, shall we say. And sorry, I'm a little hot in my apartment with I have to turn the air off to be able to record these at good volume, and it's very hot right now. So I lost my train of thought there for a second. Anyhow, what I'm seeing in my notes is that Arne Lein says you might be, kind of like me, perhaps, creative and drawn to humanitarian endeavors, and you might even want to do research like me. So thank you for sticking with me and watching and being my kindred spirit. There aren't that many of us out there, in my opinion. I feel like researching and asking questions is a dying art in some ways. I think I had ruled this one out, but now I put glue on it, so now we gotta go with it. I did not think that it was going right where I wanted it to go, so I'm gonna plan to rip this end off. This is Rachel's lessons on how to make your plans work even when you mess up your plans. Like that. You just put a new edge on it and move on. So, Arne Lein suggests that you might like to do research and work creatively. And, it's not an easy path. I know this. So that's why I'm thanking you for being my kindred spirit and being here. It has not been so easy for me to find my people. So that's the assistance I can offer you if you are thinking about doing something similar to my channel. Right now. Be ready for a long process, and make sure you are planning and keeping yourself balanced, and make sure you pay attention to the next part of this if you're anything like me, because the next thing that Arne Lein did was warn against spending too much time on needless worry. As you heard me say at the beginning of this, you need to not waste time worrying. Any time sitting around worrying, literally just worrying, is time wasted. If you can at least transition into coming up with a plan for what you want to do next, or the better thing is to be doing one thing that you need to get done, in my opinion, especially if you're dealing with shall we say a to-do list that's an overwhelming length and isn't going to get done soon, period. I no longer feel that way. I feel I have a light at the end of the tunnel, but I am very familiar with, and I remember very clearly this feeling of there's just so much that I need to do to be successful online, and that I don't know where the end is. I don't know where to stop. There's no possible way for me to come up with a balanced life because there's just way too much for me to get done. That was my excuse for a long time. But eventually I came to accept that, yeah, it's a long process, and whatever I'm building is, it needs to be sustainable going forward. And by that I mean you can't just, you're not just thinking of how am I going to make X number of dollars at this craft fair or this art show, or, how am I going to make money on this one video. If you're, say, on YouTube, you have to be thinking long term. You have to be thinking, how am I going to keep this YouTube channel going? How am I going to, attract customers tomorrow, etc. to my product? Is this a product that will last forever, or where will I go after that? Kind of a deal. So, look for balance, think long term, if you're trying to make a plan that is anything similar to my work. And, sometimes when I was sitting around feeling like I wasted time, it was not time wasted, because what I really needed more than anything was to rest and do nothing. So that's actually, it could have been much more healing if I was not sitting there worrying. It wasn't healing because I sat around worrying. It was mildly recovering from my body, shall we say. I got the literal physical rest, but I didn't reap the rewards of letting my mind shut down or thinking about something super fun. I was just sitting there thinking, how can I keep getting this done? How can I keep getting this done? How can I do it faster? And anytime I was doing that, I wasn't getting anything done. So I don't do that anymore. It took a lot of telling myself not to do that, and just catching myself in the act and saying, that's done this second, because I just caught myself. No more worrying. I'm going to pick something to do. And whether I chose to make a healthy meal for myself, or actually just go to bed early and get some extra sleep, or call a friend and meet them, or whatever, I refocus my energy on something that at the end of the day, I can say. I write in a journal. So if I was going to write in my journal, what would I say? I'm not going to write in my journal, I sat on the couch all day. I might, because you have to be honest, but that's not what I want to write in my journal. You want to write in your journal something better. I saw this person. I went to this place. I got this done. So something like that is what I try to switch my attention to. Just catch myself in the act when I'm sitting around worrying and replaying thoughts in my head, or redoing plans that I know that I've already planned. Anything along those lines, I make myself stop. I notice it, because being too prideful to notice it is sometimes the issue. So in my system, when I say the Four of Clubs is about assistance, the reason I just went on that long ramble is because noticing the worrying and accepting that it's going to happen from time to time, but being ready to notice it and trying to notice it, being conscious of it and looking for it, and saying, I'm going to stop anytime I notice it, that is, you're assisting yourself. So I'm thinking that is the number one thing you need right now, is to assist yourself and recognizing when you're sitting around worrying instead of being productive. And Also paying attention to your other needs and knowing if you need to be productive, or if you need to heal yourself and recover so that you can be productive later. So that's why I was doing kind of a sun-shaped pattern here. Definitely gonna have to put another layer or so onto this before, at least one, before it comes to life. But let's go ahead and ask the awesome deck if I've told you everything that you need to know for your birthday reading. What do you say, awesome deck? Anything you want to add to this August 22nd birthday reading? Timeless tarot reading. What do we need to know right now? Oh, my cute little turtle friend. Well, this card is about effort and capability, and it's a slow and steady wins the race effort. I apologize for reading to you like you can't read the words in front of your face. Maybe you can't, but I want to emphasize it because that's what this card means. And I was just talking about how it might take you a long time, and that's why you need to set yourself up with balance, and you need to be not wasting time on worrying. But when you put in this effort and you recognize what you're doing and you pay attention and just keep refocusing and doing the best that you can, well, you're gonna get there. You're not going to be wasting your potential. You're going to be putting in the effort, and that's what makes you capable of success. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you will press like and subscribe and come back again soon for another type of video, or just to listen to me talk about what the tarot cards mean on someone else's birthday reading. Maybe you'll even share a birthday reading with a friend and ask them to come over here and take my survey and help me prove how much meaning actually is in the cards. Thanks again for watching, and have an awesome day.